This week on the Computer Chronicles, electronic commerce. We'll explain the ins and outs of safe credit card transactions on the web. We'll show you how to save money and time buying airline tickets on the internet. You'll see that online shopping can actually be fun at a site like this one, plus a guide to freebies on the web. That's my kind of shopping. Also, the hottest new web commerce craze, online auctions, and a look at a unique system for helping you make a good online buying decision. Plus, my pick of the week, a tapeless digital camcorder that records directly onto a RAM card. It's all coming up next on the Computer Chronicles.
Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by SoftSource Incorporated, publishers of Pro1 software, educational software for young adults, and by Z Auction, the live online shopping experience. Additional funding from PC Connection and Mac Connection, the catalog and online superstore with PC and Mac products, toll-free technical support, and overnight delivery. And by Windows Magazine, delivering desktop, enterprise, and internet computing news, reviews, features, and how-tos for a Windows world. Because the world runs on Windows.
Hi, and welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stewart Cheifet. The word around the internet these days is that the killer application on the net is electronic commerce, because companies are actually making money selling things on the web. But there are some obstacles to overcome, and one of the biggest is getting over that nervous twitch in your stomach when you're asked to enter your credit card number onto a web page. And I guess, Greg, that's the whole point in your invention, which is Visa Cash, which avoids the whole credit card issue altogether online, right?
Yeah, it acts essentially like cash. It is electronic cash in both the physical world and on the internet.
All right, so that little credit card type thing you're holding there is the Visa Cash card, and it has memory in there, so it knows how much value I have to spend in that card.
That's correct, and it's reloadable. I can replenish it at any time.
All right, so how do I actually use it?
So, here's the card with the chip on it, and you insert it into the card reader, which is shaped just like a
little
diskette.
sort of floppy disk type holder.
Exactly. Simply insert it into the A drive.
And we're ready to buy something.
Absolutely.
All right, so right now we're on a greeting card site where you just ordered a greeting card for your wife, I think, right?
Yep.
And so it was $3.98. Now it says, how are you going to pay for it? How do we do this?
Well, I'm ready to check out because I've made my order, so let's go to the next page. It wants to ask that I've shopped with them before.
Okay.
So we'll confirm that. And I'll simply go in and
so
enter
it wants to know who you are.
Exactly, which is
Okay. Now is this going to sort of confirm that you're the guy who owns the card? Is that the deal?
Well, I think they also like to know who their frequent shoppers are.
Okay.
From a business standpoint, that makes good sense.
So we've got past this stage.
So it confirms that, and they also want to confirm that I am who I say I am there, which I have done. How would I like to pay? I have a number of payment options.
So we're going to use Visa Cash right now.
Right. So let's proceed on. The next page will confirm that I am going to use Visa Cash.
I really want to buy it.
That makes sense to me. And here's the total, the subtotal, shipping and handling, tax, total $4.32.
All right, now it says submit this order, so how do I go give it $4.32?
Simply by clicking on, and here in just a minute.
Right, now here your floppy drive clicking away, so it's reading that cash card right
It's
now.
reading to the chip, and it is going to
hold
pull
on,
value
before
from
you
the
click,
chip.
so it says I have $33.94 left on my card to spend, and I'm about to spend $4.32. Do I want to do this?
I want to accept, so I'll simply click on that icon, and as you can see, it's beginning to load or pull the value from the card, transferred over the internet to the merchant website.
So it's subtracting $4.32. It's going to adjust, I take it, my balance on that card, and I've now bought something and nobody's ever asked me for a credit card number.
That's right.
So I couldn't stick a dollar bill in my computer, but I could stick that Visa Cash card in. It's the same effect.
It's the electronic equivalent.
All right, now you have this little Visa viewer here thing. Why don't you show us what that is, Greg?
This one is actually in the form of a key ring, so that as I'm around town and I'm about to make a purchase.
So since there's no LCD or anything on the credit card, I have to find out how much value is in there, and I can just stick it in.
So I simply insert the reader, or the card into the reader. My new balance is $29.62, and my last purchase was $4.32.
Which is the greeting card we just bought. That's very cool.
So this it allows me to determine, gee, do I need to go back to the bank to load some more value on, or am I set to go shopping?
Well, that's what I want to ask you. When it goes down to zero, now how do I recharge the card or put money back into the card?
Simply by going to an ATM or a reloadable kiosk, just as like you would go to an ATM to get cash. Instead of pulling paper money out of the machine, you literally load value onto the chip.
And about how much value could I hold in that card?
It varies bank to bank, but anywhere from $100 to $500.
Now, we're kind of getting rid of cash then, right? I mean, with all this electronic commerce, I mean, paper bills are going to be gone. We're going to be carrying around little money cards. Huh?
I think the actual displacement of cash in its entirety, I think, is a long way away. I don't know if that'll ever happen. But clearly what this does in the physical world and in the virtual world, it eliminates the need to handle with paper and coins and fumble with
It's a great solution, Visa Cash. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
Well, one of the most successful e-commerce products has been a service, in fact, travel and airline tickets in particular. With so many choices and so many fares out there, it's no wonder that consumers are flocking to the internet as their travel agent of choice.
Small World Travel in Palo Alto, California looks like most travel agencies, but there are very few customers inside. That's because most of the tickets printed here were bought online through the Internet Travel Network, or ITN. The web-based travel service provides many of the booking services offered by a travel agent without leaving travel agents behind.
It allows them several things. First of all, it allows them a 24-hour day, 7-day-a-week storefront, which is very, very important. And that is a laborless storefront at this point. So the ability to actually drive a reservation. Now, on the back end, you still need the human element to some degree. Somebody that can do the quality control work, or that has the ability to use that degree of intuition to make sure that somebody's booked something correctly.
ITN's website has a simple format. Once a traveler has entered the destination and date, the system displays the best airline fares available on that route. Air, car, and hotel reservations can be confirmed, and electronic tickets can be purchased immediately.
The prices were really low, and I had a lot of options in terms of time and airlines I could use, and so it was clear to me that it was going to be a lot better than going through a travel agent.
While ITN has its own site, the company has travel agent partners around the world. And there are links to ITN's site through travel websites, on corporate intranets, and on college networks. According to ITN, the secret to online success is to make your services available everywhere.
Our strategy as a company is to be everywhere that you might go, that you might be interested in purchasing travel. So if you're on a travel-related site out there and you find a vacation that you're interested in or some destination information, chances are there'll be an ITN booking engine there.
For the Computer Chronicles, I'm Sarah O'Brien.
One of the problems with online shopping is that it can be boring compared to cruising the mall, but some e-commerce companies are trying to do something about that, and I guess your company, Infotique, Amy, is one of them. You've come up with CoolShopping.com, which makes it a little more fun and a little easier. Let's go backwards, though. Suppose I just went online and I say, hey, I want to go buy some clothes online, and went to a search engine. Show us what would happen.
Okay. Here we are on Alta Vista, and if we, for example, are looking for clothing.
So you entered clothes shopping, and we do a search for find me sites where I can do clothes shopping.
Right. And we'll see what returns is actually somewhat overwhelming.
A mere 642,000 documents, for me to say.
Right.
That's not real practical.
Right. And actually the majority of them, or a large portion of them, are probably questionable in quality and look and feel.
All right, so what are you doing at CoolShopping.com that is different?
What we do is we basically scout the internet on a daily basis looking for the top quality shopping sites. We base that on graphical presentation, making sure the atmosphere is appealing and the navigation is good. We also focus on the kinds of products that are being sold.
All right, so you're sort of a shopping search engine with a little bit of kind of cool side of the day in there. So you've done that work for me, gone through the 650,000 and said, okay, here's a couple of hundred of good places to shop.
Exactly.
All right, so can we go to your site and see what that looks like then?
Sure.
So this is CoolShopping.com. And what's different about this and just shopping on my own?
Well, besides the quality focus that we try and ensure is there, we've really woven the site around a team that we call the Cool Team, a fictional group of characters who have many different personalities, and they're really woven through the entire site.
So the sort of personal shopping assistants?
Yes.
Like who or what?
Okay, for example, if we're looking shopping by category in the listing of our 70 categories, we see a character
There's
named
a guy named Rizuki.
Rizuki. And with each character, you see a short biography about the character. I could read this one. It says, Rizuki is frequently found doing yoga in his cubicle.
So is he sort of a personality that I might identify with, like a movie reviewer, and I know he's going to find me the kinds of stuff I would like?
Exactly.
Okay.
If we look, and there are many different personalities, if we look, for example, in the electronics department, we'll see Katra is the character
so I've got
there.
another personal shopper who will help me here.
Right. And we see her description is she's the queen of electronic gadgets, and she has her own body.
So she
care
goes and
equipment.
does the gadget electronic shopping for me. These are cool places to go.
Exactly.
Now you've got something really weird here called a soap opera. Now what does a soap opera have to do with a shopping center?
Well, the soap opera integrates the cool team characters in a weekly episode. It follows eclectic storylines about their lives.
So there's sort of a little fictional soap opera going on here, and I can follow the story, and these characters are my personal shopping assistants?
Yes, but actually what we do with the soap opera is we integrate shopping links into the context of the story. If we look at this week's episode, it's focused around surfing and music CDs. So when we take a look at that, there are
Pretty
actual
sneaky.
links integrated into the
Okay.
storyline.
So I'm reading a story, and then somebody's going out shopping for CDs, and if I happen to be in the mood to shop for CDs, I can click hot link off that storyline
That's right.
point.
That's right.
All right, now you've got something called a shopping beeper. What is that?
The shopping beeper is a term we use for our push technologies. We use Pointcast Network for publishing a channel of alerts.
So you'll push some stuff down at me based on
Exactly.
my profile?
Updates on new cool shopping sites that we
Yeah.
add, on daily hot deals when a new version of the soap opera is available. Those are all sent to you via push.
All right, so you're trying to make shopping fun. You've sort of done the search part for me, and you're really kind of a virtual mall. You don't really sell anything, but you make it easy for me to get to all these stores.
Right,
huh?
we aggregate all the top quality shopping sites in one
Okay.
location.
All right, thank you very much. Well, one of the nice things about shopping on the web is that there is lots of free stuff, deals, discounts, coupons, contests, and free services. And here to guide us through cheap shopping on the web is Bill Landers of NetGuide. Welcome, Bill.
How do you do, Stewart?
So the NetGuide site is a place sort of to start out and find out about where to go to do shopping again?
Absolutely. Shopping is a guide to the net, how to best use the net.
All right, so
travel, business, all sorts of things.
And one of the things I've asked you to do is find me things that are free or bargains and that kind of stuff. So
Exactly.
what kind of examples can you show us of what I can get for nothing on the web?
Well, let's start with services. Here we've got Kelly's Blue Book. So if you've got an automobile you want to try to find the value of, you can go to this site.
I don't have to pay for it.
Don't have to pay
so
for
I don't have to
anything.
go buy the book?
Exactly.
Or go steal it from the library?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Also, we can, if you're planning on moving, you can find out the cost of moving, find out what your salary would compare with in some other part of the country.
Okay, again, the kind of thing you might have to pay for
Exactly.
by buying a book?
Exactly,
Yeah.
or the library. I mean,
Okay, so
here
that's
it is.
homefair.com.
Yep, or you can get married online.
You can get married for nothing online?
Yep, free wedding ministry.
Does it count? I mean, is it for real?
Well, I don't know, I haven't done it yet, but...
So this guy's in Nevada somewhere, I assume?
Right, exactly.
So a virtual wedding shopping?
Yep,
And he does it
exactly.
for nothing?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we've also got some more sort of stuff.
Okay.
This is the
Where are we going next here?
or magazines.
So you got free real magazines, not online magazines?
Exactly. Now these are subscriptions. You start off, you get 2 or 3 magazines.
Okay, and then when the bill comes, right, cancel.
Exactly.
All right, so you can get
Exactly.
the ZD Internet, Yahoo Internet Life, et cetera, et cetera. All right, what else?
Postcards. Now MIT runs a postcard service.
These are virtual postcards or real postcards?
virtual
Okay,
postcards.
so I can email a postcard.
That's right.
And what, with these classic paintings on it? Well,
exactly.
That's rather nice.
Uh-huh.
So MIT runs this site where you can just pick a pretty picture, put a message on it, and send it to someone.
Exactly.
Free.
Exactly.
All right, I like that one. What else?
We've got in terms of goods. I mean, there's just not a lot of free stuff that's real out
actual
there.
objects that you're going to
Exactly.
send you for nothing.
But then for the holidays, we've got the little ribbon shredder.
So that's real practical.
Well,
Give that to someone you love.
right, exactly. And we've got coupons now.
All right, so these are discount coupons like in the past we'd find in the newspaper or in our mailbox.
Exactly.
And I could just print those out on my printer and take
Yep.
them into Payless Shoes and get $2 off.
That's right.
Set of shoes.
That's right. Or pizza.
Wow.
Free pizza coupons on the web.
Now, are there particular coupon sites, or do I have to go to the pizza shop website or the Payless
There are
website?
coupon sites. You can do a search for coupon online, and there are
Just
tons
print out as many as you want.
of... Exactly.
Okay, free coupons.
Exactly.
What is Penguin Pages?
Penguin Pages is from North Carolina, the North
Frozen
Carolina...
Food Council.
Exactly. They're giving you a $10 rebate on your next purchase of frozen food.
So again, I can kind of print out a coupon and go to the supermarket and buy frozen foods and get a
Exactly.
discount.
Yep.
Good
yep,
to know.
Yep.
All right.
And now we've got contests.
Okay, so I could get a chance to win a free camcorder.
That's right. There are no guarantees right now. But
now, why do they do this? I mean, they just want to grab my name and address for a mailing list, and in return for that, I have a chance to win something?
Well, they want you to visit the site. It's traffic. It's
Okay.
you know, they're selling ads. It's more traffic. They're also putting together an email list, but that's not a for sure thing. You don't have to sign up for that.
So I can say I want to enter the contest, but I don't want to get on somebody's mailing list?
Exactly.
All right, fair enough.
Exactly.
So I can win a camera? What else can I win for
Camera, we've got some computers, laptops.
Win a PC from Micron?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Or a Pentium
another
laptop.
PC.
Uh-huh. And then there's also cars.
You can win a car?
Right. Lots of cars.
So whose site is this? Go Bosch. Oh, okay.
And
the
then,
Bosch folks.
Right. Then you put in your email address, and then you can come back every day. Sign up as often as you want.
What else can I win for nothing online?
Trips. A lot of travel stuff out there.
Okay. Win a free trip to Africa. This is what? ATT?
ATT. That's right.
All right. And I can find more about this by going to NetGuide, and they'll tell me about all the free stuff online?
Exactly.
Cool. Thank you very much,
You're
Bill.
welcome. Thank you.
All right. Well, one of the most fun ways to buy something is at an auction. And the Internet represents the perfect infrastructure for bringing together lots of sellers and lots of bidders.
It's difficult to put a price on some things. Spending time with a child or young adult is one of them. Big Brothers and Sisters of Marin County, near San Francisco, has spent years providing friendship and guidance to kids. But it takes time and money to run a charity, and to help meet their goals, the organization turned to the Internet and an online nonprofit auction.
One of the advantages that this gives us is that we're having contact with people that we never would have had contact with in any other way. I mean, the Internet can actually bring us into people's homes and places of work where we might not ordinarily have access to tell them both about the opportunity to support Big Brothers, Big Sisters through the auction, or to find out about volunteer opportunities, or again, on our website, we list all the other fundraising events we have.
The auction is administered by NetConnects of Sausalito, California. After registering and receiving an ID number, bidders can view a list of items by category, read details, and see photos. The auction site has direct links to the donors as well as the charities' home pages.
The idea behind this was that charities could more easily liquidate the gifts that they get in kind by targeting a wider audience through the Internet and by running it over a longer period of time so that people can come in, take a look, compete against each other, and bring the bids up.
While bidding online may not be as exciting as a live auction, some items can lead to intense competition. Case in point, an autographed photo of Barry Manilow.
We were able to target people for that item through the Usenet groups, and we essentially had two women who bid against each other, and they kept on going against each other each time. So by the end of the auction, they were up to about $180. We got 90% of market value on this item from just two bidders, because they wanted it, and each one knew when the other came back, they knew that that other person, LB from Glendale, California, has outbid me again, and I'm going to get her, and I'll outbid her.
There is one other key element to a successful auction, and that's the buyer. Alistair Dorward got a pair of shoes with his winning bid. He has several reasons for bidding online, except perhaps for a sense of obligation.
I've absolutely no sense of duty, other than my duty as a Scotsman to get the best deal I can. There are really three things about nonprofitauction.com. Firstly, it's got a wonderful array of products that I can get a good deal on. Secondly, as part of it, there's the sense of giving to charity, which is great, and it is a great deal of fun and very easy to use.
For the Computer Chronicles, I'm Sarah O'Brien.
Well, one thing that's missing from online shopping is a real human salesperson. Now, sometimes that's good, but at other times you really wish there were someone or something to help you find exactly what you want and help you make a smart buying decision. And I guess, Steve, that's the idea behind your company, which is Personal Logic. So you have a website, as I understand it, where I can go and sort of answer some questions, make some choices, and it'll say this is the product you should be buying.
That's right. You can see what we call personalized decision guides on our own website, but really that's sort of a corporate showroom for our corporate clients, companies like American Express, Keystone Financial, to see what we do and want us to put these kinds of decision guides on their own sites to help their customers.
So you might have your engine sitting inside somebody else's website.
That's right. We completely develop these and serve these into our corporate clients.
All right, so let's see. We have a model up here for wanting to buy a car, which a lot of people are doing online these days. And we've already filled in this sort of profile, but let's go through and show what some of these choices are. So I said, basically, I want to buy a convertible.
Sure. There's 860 cars, first of all, to consider, and each car
so that's
has...
a huge task.
Yeah, and each car has hundreds of attributes, hundreds of specifications. It would drive you silly to try and actually work through all of this with a dealer.
So let's narrow it down. I say, I want a convertible. What do we do next? Do I look at price?
Yeah, let's go forward.
All right, so we filled this in, and I said, well, max was $45,000 I wanted to spend on my car.
That's right.
Okay, and I had that slider, so I could just sort of adjust whatever number I wanted there.
Exactly. You could spend more or less.
Okay, so let's say it's 45. That's fine. And what do we look at next? I guess the features. We want to decide what kind of features I want.
Right.
And so we said here, again, I moved that slider on climate control to saying it's reasonably important to me. And what other things did we pick here before? Yeah, definitely wanted a must-have was power door locks and power mirrors.
Right, and you can like things a little bit, or you can insist upon them, as you've done with power door locks.
Yeah, so it's kind of a simple way to do it. It's sort of really important, not so important.
Right, the way people think about things.
Okay, so what did we look at next? I guess some of the safety considerations.
Well, let's
overall here.
Going right to overall. I mean, there's a lot of things in between that we've skipped through.
Safety, technical, the manufacturer, and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, so here I'd say, yeah, safety is sort of medium important, reliability very important, high performance sort of important. They were the key things I picked. All right, so let's go say what car are you going to pick for me now?
Again, you don't have to know what any of those things mean. You can just, it's your point of view on reliability and safety.
Okay, so we're clicking on my results. So it said it's got down to 27 cars so far.
That's right.
861.
And
based on what I said, it says I should buy a 97 BMW 328i two-door convertible.
That's the car for you.
Wow, okay. So there's this big engine crunching all my choices and so on, saying, the criteria in this database matches the criteria I've established now in my profile.
That's right. Literally hundreds of thousands in this case, or in some of our topics, millions of pieces of information real time.
Okay. Now I'm surprised, for example, it didn't show me Mazda Miata, because that's one thing I was thinking of. Could I figure out why it wouldn't have shown me that?
Absolutely. You could go in, this is something we believe very strongly in, that you've got to believe the results that you get. And we can go in and tell you exactly why the Mazda Miata didn't make it.
The fact is we did it before, and the answer was I insisted on power doors, power locks, and it simply doesn't
There was a specific feature the Mazda Miata didn't have that you required to be in the car that you
And that's useful, because okay, I'm willing to give that up to get something else if it turns out that's going to take that out of it.
Right, and we can prove why we got the cars in the right order for you. We could allow you to save your profile, combine it with a spouse or a friend.
I wasn't able to say what I think is pretty. Right? How do you deal with that?
Well, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I don't think we can get there yet.
All right, so in addition to cars, I can shop for what? You have cruises, mutual funds?
We have a wide array of topics, a lot of financial products, automotive, travel products, consumer electronics. Really our core customer segments right now are financial institutions and travel.
All right, so if I want to do this kind of stuff, I can go onto your website, Personal Logic, or maybe it's sitting, your engine is buried in somebody else's.
If you actually want to buy the end product, if you wanted to buy travel, for example, a cruise, you'd go to American Express's site. It's a product called Cruise Assist. Or if you want to actually buy the car and get a car loan, go to Keystone Financial site where you'll find it.
All right, then your thing is called Personal Logic.
That's correct.
Thanks, Steve. All right, that's our look at electronic commerce. I'll be back in just a moment with my pick of the week. Now for my pick of the week. There are lots of digital still cameras out there these days and quite a few digital camcorders which record on digital tape, but now the folks at Hitachi have come up with the first complete digital camcorder. This is the Hitachi MPEG camera. It records movies directly into computer-friendly MPEG format. The movies are stored not on tape, but on removable RAM cards. This card holds 260 megs or 20 minutes of video. If you need more, just stick in another PC card into the camera. One card can also hold 3,000 still pictures if you want to use this as a still camera. The camera has a nice ergonomic design. Just flip the lens around and you can shoot in normal position, or turn it back and you can shoot yourself. It has a very good menu system that helps you locate clips in memory using icons or thumbnails. The camera comes with a built-in 6x electronic zoom, and since there are no motors or tape transports, you can get about 45 minutes of recording out of a battery, and the camera comes standard with 2 batteries. You can also use the MPEG cam as an audio recorder. The camera comes with an ISA interface card so you can easily dump movie files into your PC for editing or insertion into a website. You can also easily plug the output into a standard TV set for use in presentations. This is a great little camera, truly a pure digital camcorder. It's a little pricey at just over $2,000, but considering what it does, it's well worth it, especially if you want to put original video into a computer presentation or a website. It's the MPEG Cam from Hitachi. That's it for this edition of the Computer Chronicles. We'll be back here again next week with more of the latest in computer and internet technology. If you want to find out more about anything you saw on today's show, please check out our new and improved website at cnptv.com. That's it for this week. Hope we'll see you here next time.
Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by SoftSource Incorporated, publishers of Pro One software, educational software for young adults, and by Z Auction, the live online shopping experience. Additional funding from PC Connection and Mac Connection, the catalog and online superstore with PC and Mac products, toll-free technical support, and overnight delivery. And by Windows Magazine, delivering desktop, enterprise, and internet computing news, reviews, features, and how-tos for a Windows world. Because the world runs on Windows. To purchase a videotape copy of today's program, call toll-free 1-888-310-7850. Please specify the show number and the topic.
Next week on the Computer Chronicles, the Battle of the Browsers. We'll get up close and personal with the new Communicator 4.0 from Netscape. We'll show you the ins and outs of the Internet Explorer 4.0 from Microsoft. We'll see how they both handle audio and video streaming. We'll talk to some end users and to some web designers about what they like or dislike about the new browsers. And we'll talk with a senior technology editor to see if we can figure out once and for all who will win the Battle of the Browsers. Plus, my pick of the week, a very unusual program called Disc Tracy. You won't want to miss this comic strip. It's all coming